Hi, this is Browns beat writer Nate Ulrich here in Berea after the 7th full squad practice of training camp. I'm going to give you the highs and lows from today's practice. The number one high was Johnny Manziel having another good day. That's back-to-back solid performances from him out here in practice. He's getting better with his consistency as of late, which is a good sign. And a nugget of news came out after practice when Coach Mike Pettin spoke with reporters. He told us that Johnny will get some work with the first-team offense Friday at Ohio Stadium in the team's intra-squad scrimmage. Johnny talked afterward, too, and said that, he's not going to make a huge deal of it. He's not worried about starter role, backup role, and he thinks that focusing on that and getting caught up in that hype last year was part of the problem that he had in camp and obviously during the disastrous rookie season. But I would pump the brakes on any talk about, this being a real quarterback derby between Josh McCown, who's still by far the projected starter, and Johnny Manziel. I asked Mike Pettin, we've seen Josh McCown exclusively with the first-team offense through all the spring practices, open to the media, through all of training camp so far. So what is the thinking behind putting Johnny Manziel with the ones all of a sudden on Friday in the scrimmage? And he said, he essentially said when you got a guy competing to be your backup quarterback, you want to see him in there with the starters before you get to a real game situation. Basically we want to mix the units because every year in the NFL, unfortunately, a backup quarterback has to play, and we all know injuries happen. So the Browns are more or less looking at Johnny Manziel going with the starters on Friday as a trial run for his backup job, not to push Josh McCown out of the starting role. And Mike Pettin even said that Josh McCown is still firmly the number one. So that's where things stand, but nonetheless encouraging signs from Johnny Manziel in today's practice and yesterday's practice. Today's practice, there was a lot of red zone drills, and I saw Johnny Manziel complete 2 touchdown passes to Shane Wynn, the little receiver from Cleveland who played for Glenville, and also another touchdown pass in the flat to running back Sean Drone. So more positive production from Johnny Manziel on the field. Another high of today's practice was when the offense and defense squared off in the competition at the end of the session, and they had the big men kick field goals. They were 25-yard field goals, offensive line versus defensive line. And the high was Alex Mack finally making a field goal after 12 other players had tried. He was the 13th one. He made the field goal. He's the only one. Then Phil Taylor missed, so the offense won the right to wear the camouflage jerseys next time the Browns practice. As far as the lows, it's on the injury side again. Barkevious Mingo sat out practice Wednesday with a knee injury, had a medical exam. The knee felt structurally sound. However, he underwent an MRI to make sure there was nothing else wrong, and that MRI revealed that he had a torn meniscus. So some cartilage was torn in there, and he had arthroscopic surgery today to have that cleaned up. Timetable for his return, I'm told, 3 to 4 weeks. He could miss all the preseason games. And it's just unfortunate for Barkevious Mingo because he's been in the NFL. This will be his 3rd season coming up. And in each season each year he has experienced a medical issue near the start of the season. So this is another one that he's going to have to overcome. Another downer, Terrell Pryor will not play in the scrimmage Friday in Columbus because of a hamstring injury. Coach Mike Pettin confirmed that, but he did say that Pryor would travel with the team to Ohio State. It will be Pryor's return to Ohio State for the first time since he left the program in 2011 amid that NCAA probe that we all know about. So there will be some significance to him just making the trip, but it sure puts a damper on it that he's not going to be able to play. Well, thanks for watching, and keep checking Ohio.com for updates throughout training camp.